Welcome to my channel Innovate. Today we are going to discuss about the structure of the collagen and the synthesis of the collagen. The collagen that is a very important fibrous protein of our body having a important function in the certain parts of our body as it is a fibrous protein. So this collagen is mostly present in skin, the connective tissue and the blood vessels of our body. This collagen is apparently formed from the 3 alpha chains that we call as the helix of a collagen. It is formed from the 3 alpha chains, the alpha 1 having the 3 chains bound in a manner to form a helical structure that we call as a collagen chain. This collagen alpha chain having a different polypeptide running in a way that the proline, lysine and these amino acids are mostly present in the collagen. The collagen having the different types. It can be the type 1 collagen, the type 2 collagen. We will going to see it. Now here you can see the fibrin forming collagen is present in the skin, bone, tendon, blood vessel, in the cartilage. The collagen type 2 is present in blood vessel. The type 3 then comes in network forming having the collagen type 4 and collagen type 8 in the basement membrane and the cornea, and the fibril associated collagen in the type 9 in the cartilage and type 12 in the tendon, ligament and some tissues. So this was the intro about the collagen and how the collagen is structurally formed. Now we are going to discuss the synthesis of collagen in our various steps. Now we are going to discuss its by a diagram, and from a diagram we can easily explain how the synthesis of the collagen occur, and it is very easy. The synthesis of collagen is a start in the rough endoplasmic reticulum. In the rough endoplasmic reticulum, these chains that we call as the pro-alpha chains, these pro-alpha chains means the precursor of the alpha chains are produced from the rough endoplasmic reticulum by the transcription of the DNA into the mRNA. This DNA that is present in the rough endoplasmic reticulum will going to produce the mRNA, and this mRNA will going to translate into a chain of a protein. This chain of a polypeptide that we call as a protein having some amino acid arranged in a polypeptide chain. But in the collagen that we call as the pro-alpha chain is released from the mRNA in the rough endoplasmic reticulum having most amount of the amino acid that includes the proline and the lysine and somewhat the hydroxylysine. So the proline, lysine and somewhat the glycine is present in this polypeptide chain that is produced from the mRNA of the pro-alpha chain. Now this protein chain is going to be hydroxylated. In the third step, there is an attachment of the hydroxyl group that we call as the OH group will going to attach on the proline and the hydroxyl residues. In the lysine, when it got hydroxylated, it got lysine hydroxylysine or the hydroxyproline. So this hydroxylation of these proline and the lysine residue in the polypeptide chain required an enzyme that we call as the propyl hydroxylase or the lysyl hydroxylase according to the amino acid name. And this hydroxylation required an important vitamin that we call as the vitamin C, and because of the deficiency of that vitamin this chain will not produce, and ultimately the collagen that is our target is not formed. That's why causing the scurvy. Now in the fourth step, what happens after the hydroxylation, that is attachment of a OH group to the amino acids, there will be a glycosylation of the mostly the lysine. The lysine become the glycosylated and called the glycosic lysine, or the galactose can attach to the lysine of the specific residues. Now this chain having the pro-alpha chains combine in a manner to form a helical structure of a collagen. That is the main structure of a collagen. So this is forming the helical structure of a collagen by combining in a manner by twisting back to form this chain. This chain that is becoming the pro-collagen having the two terminals. This terminal is called as the C terminal or the polypeptide extension because having the COOH group that we call as the carboxyl group is present on this terminal. While the other terminal that is left is called as the non-helical terminal or the N terminal. Because this non-helical terminal and the C terminal have no work to do with the collagen structure, that is the 3-alpha chain or the pro-collagen that is forming onwards. So that's where these two structures or these two side terminals have to be cleaved from the collagen. So what happens in the next step is the triple helical structure of this pro-collagen having the two terminal, that is N terminal and the C terminal, cleaved by an enzyme that we call as the propeptidase. The peptidase will going to cleave these terminal, and what happens next is this pro-collagen alpha helical structure will going to transfer from the Golgi apparatus, from the rough endoplasmic reticulum to the Golgi apparatus, and from the Golgi apparatus to the extracellular matrix. Now the last step is coming in the extracellular matrix. This pro-collagen having the terminals cleaved, what happens is the formation of a tropocollagen. When the terminals of the pro-collagen have been cleaved and excreted out from this pro-collagen is converted into a tropocollagen, that is entirely a helical structure of a collagen containing the 3-alpha chains. Now in the last step, this tropocollagen that have been cleaved from these two terminals is going to convert into a cross-linked collagen, that is the main collagen. So this happens because of the cross-linking of the fibers and these 3 helical chains of the alpha chain combined in a manner to form a strong and effective collagen molecule. And this collagen maturation occur because of an enzyme that we call as the lysyl oxidase. The lysyl oxidase will going to cause the maturation and the cross-link formation of the collagen fiber, and at the 9th step this collagen is mature and completely formed. So this was the synthesis of the collagen, how the collagen is synthesized from a single molecule of the DNA and it converts into a polypeptide chain, then the hydroxylation, the glycosylation, and then the removal of the two terminals, the formation of procollagen, the formation of tropocollagen, and ultimately the collagen. So one thing to remember here, if there is a deficiency in any step of the collagen formation, then there will be a collagenopathy. That was a very rare and condition in which there will be a more and more fractures of the bone, there will be a less skin elasticity, there will be a patachi, there will be a scurvy, and these all conditions can occur because of the less or the decrease in the production of the collagen. So this was the general explanation about the collagen and the synthesis of collagen. I have covered all this step and make very easy for you guys to better explain. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more.